and it's a go. Welcome to this sixth episode of Salvage Skies, a Cypher System post-apocalyptic skypunk campaign. Hurrah! Joining me today is Chepe, Fred, and Matthew, playing the roles of Edwin, Brad, and Nathaniel, three salvagers trying to make a living in this hard and harsh world. And now in the current situation where their boat, their flying ship is crashed, have crashed into the ground on the surface of the world where everything is dangerous and toxic and deadly. And yeah, I'm just gonna ask Fred and Matthew to do a little recap for our friend Chepe about details of what happened previous session, and there you go. I leave the microphone to you guys. What happened last time?
Well, in our adventures in the world below with Edwin, Cricket Salvador, we had won a prize, an extremely important and valuable prize, which we really needed to get because we were stuck on the down below to get back to the Sky Realms. However, when we got there, there was no mythical car. We don't even know what a car is now. Opportunity missed. Nathaniel managed to pick up some ancient coffee beans, which you'd think were useless, but this is a world of magic and mayhem. They are actually quite useful. We, as we explored further, trying to scratch our heads and wonder what the hell we were going to do next, we came across this masked man with a rather imposing spear, who surprised me and Brad both, speaking our native tongue, although it was a bit clipped and awkward. He introduced himself as Sobek, a man or creature that lived down here with his fellow clan. I don't know if it was a clan or a
I think it was
family. Yeah. After a bit of negotiation and promising that Edwin would not blow everything up, we went to his home base, where we found out many interesting things, which Brad will tell us about.
Well,
now it's your turn.
That's my turn. Well, we found out that there's fucking people that are still alive here. They're the remnant of the people that were evacuated to the subway shelters. And we also found that in the tunnels that they live is actually the subway system or international subway system. So they could be people connected to these tunnels all the way to the end of the world. So just that was mind-boggling. We also found out that Sobek was the master wrangler of the robot dinosaur that almost killed us. And that Sobek is actually I don't know the term, what tech something, or anyway, he's the one that takes care of these things. Oh, and more importantly, that there was a bunch of other people looking for us. That's why Sobek had approached us at first. So, but that's pretty much it, I think. And and you have a cup of mushroom soup in your hands, Edwin.
We did a bit of gift exchange.
Yeah.
As to try and ingratiate ourselves to the locals. We heard something about the Fusioneers, didn't we? Or we believed it was the Fusioneers.
That's the Fusioneer. We think it's the Fusioneers are after us, but it could be some more bounty hunters. So.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much it. Now back to you, GM.
Back to you, GM. I just realized that my daughter pick up my dices. I know I don't need them, but everything is missing. So,
Shocker!
sucker! She stole my dice. You are now in Sobak's little hut next to this enclave where he keeps his cyber dinosaur, which were plugged into like a wall for recharging purpose. Sobak, yeah. I described his hut more like a
Subway car.
Subway car,
Yeah.
subway car, and he shared soup with you guys, and he proceeds to talk to you about. In fact, you asked him questions about the world below, the world of the surface. And he said something about that people from the sky were building something, and you mentioned that you would like maybe to check this out, and he just said that it was far away, and it was outside this bubble, this zone of safety that is created by 7 towers around the Dust Valley, and that machine that people from the sky are currently building is outside the influence of these towers, and you would have probably to cross the land, and it could be a very dangerous travel or voyage. As you finish the mushroom soup that Sobak gave you, you feel kind of sleepy a little bit, just because of a hard day of falling to the ground and being chased by
Killer robots,
bounty hunters and dinosaur robots. So you didn't, unless I'm mistaken, did you guys had any chance to rest
Not really.
or recover? Not really. So it's like the first time you have.
yeah,
Like,
You can't rest when you're being chased by giant dinosaurs.
and
yeah. So
and talking to AI that tell you of the past.
yes. So it's been like a couple of hours, just eating soup and making small talks with Sobak, and then it probably went over you like a wave of fatigue, and you felt, especially with the calmness of the underground, there's almost no sound. So it's very easy, like, to focus on a point in space and just get lost, and so I'm gonna ask you guys to make a might check, level 5 might check.
Ooh.
5.
I'm just waiting for Dice Stream. Oh, hello. There we go. Oh, I'm ready to go. Let's do it. 19
Okay.
on the die.
Excellent. And Fred, your mic is off.
I'm giving
I
in
got
to
18,
push
so
18. Okay. A couple of hours after the soup, you all felt like groggy, or kind of a little bit numb. Especially Edwin. Edwin cannot feel his face and cannot feel his fingers, and everything is like everything appears like a Parliament clip from the 70s. There's colors moving around when you move your head. And if you do a sudden motion, it does a kaleidoscope thing. And Brad and Nathaniel, you also feel like numb, like as if you came back from the dentist, but all over your body. You feel like pain was removed from your body. You cannot feel pain.
Oh, the shoulder feels better.
Oh, you feel nothing. It's
Oh.
good. It's very good. So yeah, you're about to maybe fall asleep, but you feel like incredibly like trippy and like pacified a little bit with not so much aggression in you.
Yeah. Can I look at the soup? Oh, okay.
Yeah. You see Sobak rising to his feet, and you can see him like almost trip, but he's like grabbing a pole on the ceiling, and he's just mutter something like "time to sleep," and he tried to find his bed, and you hear him like crash into a pile of stuff that looks like a bed, more like a cocoon, and he just crashed into it like big heavyweight man. So what do you guys do? Will you let yourself go into this blissful intoxication, or do you
Well,
want to do something else?
fuck it, I'll let go. Even if I feel good, and it's been a stressful day.
All right. Nathaniel doesn't feel as much of the effect as probably Edwin, but does he do the same thing?
Yeah, he's not had this sort of experience before. He sort of leans to the side of the place we're in and kind of gets a slight contented look on his face, as if the world has gone quiet. Just the tiny suspicion playing in his mind that they're in a dangerous place and sleep might not be the best. Dear.
Well, Brad and Nathaniel, you lay down in your chair or anywhere you could find to lay down, any place you could find, and the world seemed so quiet, so blissful, and the ceilings start to spin slowly, and at one point you feel like your eyes are still open, but everything goes black, and you fall asleep.
It's the 70s.
Edwin, yes, Edwin, you went straight to the world of hallucination and bliss, like you jumped off of a plane without a parachute, and you went straight down. An hour ago, you went to sleep like that, and now you're in a trippy place. And I would like to ask you, Chepe, what Edwin is seeing in this lucid dreamscape of possibilities.
There is a sea of crickets, each going off and exploding into giant polka dots and sparkles, and he's skipping across the sea as he's doing backflips and pirouettes around. Fireworks are going around him, and then suddenly he falls down and gets sunk deep into that sea of crickets, made by a mechanical shark that grabs him and drags him down under. He sees fish swimming through the sea of crickets until eventually he gets pulled under by men in red coats. He hears the screams of a small girl in the distance, and he goes running after his kid. I must follow. I must. And And then suddenly bliss comes upon him again, and he rises up to the top of the sea, this time being a mermaid, with a left crab claw that has inexplicably formed in him. He grabs the claw and snips. He throws grenades as he wishes, going into the bounty of the sea, hurting giant walruses as he goes.
Well, give yourself a 1 XP, Chepe. That was quite interesting to explore.
Is that real XP or imaginary XP?
Oh, yeah.
Hallucinated XP.
XP.
That's
Hallucinated XP. You can only spend it in hallucinations shape. What is Brad seeing in this hypersleep state of imagination and desire and weirdness?
We see a small boy on a wooden deck, looking at the clouds, seeing iron metal birds flying everywhere. Some zigzagging, some crashing into one another, some shooting balls of flame from their eyes. As one comes close to him and spins off, we see Brad older riding one of these birds and flying to the skies, and then he's chasing after one that's kind of pinkish color. Strange. And then out of the cloud, there's a big iron hand that comes in, like a big claw, comes to crush and catch it as he flies between the fingers. And pretty much that. Kind of lose the image there.
All right, give yourself 1 XP too.
I get a virtual XP.
We will refer to those as Dreamscape XP. And Nathaniel, what does he see in this state of complete calm and quiet?
It begins very, very normal as a dream he's had in the past, back in Skyhold, as he's in the workshop with his mentor, helping fix odds and ends of little robotics and chatting to the people of the hold, their daily life. And it shifts to him fixing a rather imposing robot, something that's made of dark metal and kind of strangely larger eyes than a human would have on its helmet. And as he's tinkering away, without warning, the thing grabs him by the throat and says, "You should not be here." And he has a sensation of pulling, and he seems to be falling and falling and falling. And as he falls, he turns around and he can see the shapes of people and the sound of wailing and gnashing and screams. And then he falls into a kind of pool, but it's not made of water. It's floating around him. And he starts to walk this path, and he begins to see towers of glass and crystal, and a face appears that begins to look at him and just smiles. And then he wakes up.
All right. I'm going to give you XP2, Nathaniel, but that will be 2 XP if you like.
Oh.
Oh, it's GM intrusion time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You figured out what I was doing.
So do you accept the intrusion?
Yes.
All right. So instead of waking up, the dream you just had rewind rapidly, like a video that you put on the rewind at fast speed, and it goes over again. You relive the same dream again, but this time with color.
HD?
HD.
Oh god.
And
I
then
didn't realize I had the bandwidth for that.
and then you come at a point where the dream will end again, and you will wake up, but the dream rewind again at great speed. You see all the image going backward at great speed, and you start to relive the dream again. This time with even more details to it. You can see individual rock and grain of sand and cracks in people's faces and little air on their bodies, and you can see color in people's hair, but now you can see the variance in color from each individual hair. Sometimes a brown haired person will have traces of red in it, and you relive the dream again, but this time it's longer and more detail, like in crazy detail, like OCD level type of detail, like the dream is longer and so much longer because of all the details. And then you come to a point where you will wake up again, and you feel the dream will rewind again, and you start to panic a little bit. Will you go into this loop forever? Give me an intellect check.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I don't suppose I get my I don't suppose I get my communication systems benefit because dreaming is communicating.
Not really. You're alone with your own
I'm joking.
self.
I was just panicking. I got a 9.
Nine. Instead of waking up, you feel yourself being dragged, being pulled again into the dream by some kind of forces, invisible forces, and now you're panicking. You try to scream, but the noise, the sound of something being rewind erases your sound, and you start over again. And this time, you're in a fixed moment in time. You're in this place you described at the beginning of your dream. It's in great details, but everything is stopped. You can see the blue above your head, and you can see a bird flying, and he's just suspended in the air, not moving. The people you saw in your dream are in the process of doing all kinds of things, like talking to each other or repairing something or just walking down the street, but everyone is fixed in time. And you feel you have some kind of freedom of movement. Everything is silent. You can just hear your own heartbeat. What do you do?
Since this is not the first time, or probably the 100th time I've had to have this dream, time seems to have stretched out. I don't scream out this time. I just turn 360 degrees, slowly, just taking it in, looking for something unusual, looking for something that shouldn't be there, something different from the last time.
What is the name of that place you're at?
At the beginning of the dream,
yeah,
it was my mentor's workshop.
So was it in a Skyhold?
It was in Skyhold, yes.
Okay. You feel that there is a portion of the city if you cross Main Street and you go all the way to the other side of the street, you feel that the city changed. And at this side, it almost feels like your current workshop at the old mills atoll. If you cross the street and you go there, it's like Skyhold and old mills are fused together in your dream. And
fusionated
behind,
together.
yeah, welded together. But you see, on the old mills side of this welded or melted city, you see a bright light, almost like a searchlight, almost like the bat signal, if you will, a large light tracing a vertical line in the sky. And this is clearly not something you saw in recent memory or ever, in fact.
Well, obviously, Nathaniel is going to go towards that light because he is a curious man and likes to study new things. And this thing, even in this dream, fascinates him. He's not sure this is a dream, but it feels wrong. It doesn't feel right.
Time feels suspended as you walk towards the old mills atoll, the old mills section of your dream, fused together with your native Skyhold. You leave your mentor's place behind you, and as you walk the street, it looks like it will take you an hour to walk towards that place. You pass strange faces in the crowd, and the more you walk, the more you see familiar faces. You see a bearded salvager, the one that helped you and Brad at Trade Point. You see the old woman who bought your last salvages at Trade Point. And the more you walk, you see even your friend Edwin. Could you describe what Edwin is doing? He's fixed in time, but what is he like?
What an interesting question. He seems to be copying a little object made of metal and wire. He seems to have got one of his prized little tools and he's tinkering with it. He seems to be just in the process of turning something. He looks at it as if it's one of his own children, with kind of admiration, a little bit of love, but respect for the danger that it represents. There's like a tiny little bit of sweat just in the ridge of his eye socket as he's hold there. As kind of a half smile that played up on his face, just turned up at the corner, as if this is what brings him the most pleasure in the world. Slightly hunched over, leaving the world to pass by as he does his thing.
You do a couple of more steps, and you are now near your headquarters in Old Mills, and you can see Brad. What is he doing?
Brad, the amazing pilot that he is. He just stood there with a kind of regal look on him, looking over some plans for upgrading the ship. He likes to get the best out of what he can get. With his hands on his hips, a rueful grin on his face, a little smudge of oil on his cheek. He likes to do his own work rather than let others do it for him.
You continue to walk towards the light. You will need to get outside the town, the town portion of the atoll. There's also a more wild section of the island, and the light is there. Just before doing that, you notice that there's a person that is crouching on the roof of your headquarters. This person looks like the pirate girl, Mrs. Fix. Can you tell us what is she doing?
Fix is crouched low, dagger in one hand, some kind of weird stick with inscriptions on it that I can't read from this point, looking directly at me when I catch her eye. Perhaps that she was expecting me, or perhaps this is just the point that I noticed that she's there. Hair sort of dangling over her face, got part way, sort of one intent eye, one sort of half-covered eye. Smoke coming off a little cigarette, or I don't know what in Sky Realms what that would be called, in her mouth. There's kind of the brightness of the cigarette just shown with a little smoke. She seems ready to pounce at me, at Brad, and someone else I do not know.
You continue to walk. You step outside the town portion of the atoll. And as you do, everything goes dark. Everything goes into nighttime. You're now in the wild. There's no tree. There's not so much life on every atoll, apart from the farmer who keeps growing stuff. Most of vegetation in the blue is bushes and a very dry type of leaves and grass, sometimes high grass. So you come out of this high grass, pushing the leaves and the grass with your hand. And now it's a scene almost taken from the movie Tron. In contrast to all this darkness and this night, you see a white ship of a design you can almost cannot imagine. It's a white ship with bright light behind it, and this bright light, it's a chance. You're lucky that this white light is behind the ship, like thrusters, because if it was pointed at you, you could be blinded. It's so bright, and you can see this figure all dressed in white with a white helmet picking up something on the ground. And suddenly this figure just turned in your direction, like you're surprising this person doing his stuff.
Nathaniel sort of Nathaniel's not easily surprised, but this is a first. Do you need help with that, friend? It seems like we are the only people here.
The person in white rise to its feet, take out the helmet. You hear a technological noise as this woman reveals her face. She has short blue hair. She walks straight at you. And she just asks, "You are not asleep like the others."
So this is a dream. I thought I might actually be dead.
Don't worry, you will not. You're not supposed to see this. Don't worry.
What is this?
You won't remember you won't remember a thing. And she take out like, a small device, punch the device, and something happened to your mind. And now you wake up. You remember you saw that person.
Guys,
It was not a dream. It was a memory.
guys, I think I'm allergic to mushrooms.
You wake up and you see the other ones in a state of, yeah, they don't look as good as you.
I don't know what mushroom he ate, but I don't think Edwin is having fun.
Swimming.
I can't feel my tongue. You?
So what Nathaniel does, the sound of that woman saying "you will not remember this" is ringing in his head. So he grabs a I don't know, a bit of paper. I don't know how common paper is, or something flat and pliable, and he gets like a little thing out of his tool belt, which is used to like mark
You need a pen?
incisions. Yes, a pen.
Here, I got 6 of them.
Thank you, Brad. And he sketches out this rough drawing of this woman as
What are you
best
doing?
as he can remember. I had the weirdest dream, Brad.
You too?
Well, usually I dream about sailing to the big time on our ship. Arriving back
Okay.
as heroes, making the big score.
Uh,
Setting
good
us up for
life.
life. The good life. But this was something else.
okay, and why are you so freaked out?
Because I think I saw something I wasn't supposed to. I don't know even how to describe that.
Well, up to now, we've seen and found a lot of things that we're maybe not supposed to.
No, I mean, I wasn't, like, I was dreaming, but I wasn't dreaming.
Nate,
I was
you're
somewhere.
not making anything. How can I say? You're not making sense.
I don't think it was meant to make sense.
Okay, and
And he's sort of half listening to Brad. He's just sort of like he's sketching the hair a little bit. He's trying to get the dimples or the face. He wants to memorize this in case he does forget.
okay.
It's like he feels like his life depends on this image. He's got to do something.
One good way to describe what you saw could be it resembles very much the legend or the rumors of a white knight.
The White Rider, yeah.
Yeah, it resembles quite.
Is this a
that much.
common Salvage Sky's legend, the White Knight?
In Avalon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. There's the one they call Crazy Pants, which Brad met a couple of times, and last time he saw it, he talked about this white figure.
Brad, you should have seen it. It had this sick ship. I mean, it looked like nothing I've ever seen. If we could ever get you behind the wheel of that thing, I reckon we could seriously go places.
Nate, I'll get behind the wheel of anything, but what are you talking about? What did you see?
It was a white ship with a white rider, but it was a woman with a helmet and.
What? The White Rider's a woman?
Well, I think she was a woman. She looked like a woman.
Well, how you? Wait, you know that this person and you never told us?
No. I've never seen this person before. Have I? Sky GM.
What was it?
Well, you're lying. 'Cause now you're saying you did.
I've never seen this person before, right?
No.
No, okay.
You had no memory of that person.
Yeah.
Until now.
Till now. Mm-hmm.
Nate, you're not making any sense.
Like I said, those mushrooms, man. And look at Edwin. Look at Edwin. I imagine Edwin's on his back, like on the floor, just kind of like.
He's drooling like crazy.
Sarah.
Who's that? I think
He's
he's
talking about-
having trouble breathing. Hey, Edwin, wake up!
You talking about your pet cat again, Edwin? What's going on?
I think
The,
Help me,
the
Nate!
the old man wakes up and you hear him cough like, "Your friend is tripping. He's not accustomed. Give him some water and try to calm him."
Nate, drink this, Edwin. Drink this. Drink.
Sometimes it happens to children who are not used to food.
Nate, give me a hand here.
Drink, son. Niflhag.
Down this road.
Try and hold Edwin down.
Water is there. Filtered water. It's good. Go take it. No, not that one. That's the soup. Water. Other.
So we kind of grab him by the head and kind of shove the water down his throat.
You're trying to calm. Pretty much, it will take time, but it doesn't require any roll or any kind. It's just a weird
Trip.
drug trip.
He, at this point, took out his last cricket, and it looks like he's about to throw it.
Oh,
A real one? A real one? Oh, snap! Okay, now you will need to roll speed. Speed roll.
Nate, the cricket, grab it!
Probably, yeah. We'll have an opposed roll. Edwin will throw his cricket, but since he's like doped and we'll just like we'll give you like -6 to your roll to represent like a 2 degrees of difficulty, and have Nathaniel and Brad roll against you. And if you succeed, you just throw a cricket into the.
Good lord.
I have a -5 because I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm pretty certain they're going to beat me and stop me, which is my hope. It's just, given the hallucination he's having right now, that's what he would do. So
Oh, so you have a natural 1.
I have a natural 1, yes.
Okay, so you like in your delirium, you think you threw the grenade, the cricket like with perfect accuracy, but it was more like something like you just went like this with your arm, and Brad and Nathaniel just took out your cricket and just turned it off. Just as if you handed the cricket over to them.
Jesus.
But in your head, it was like the perfect throw with the momentum and everything.
Get away from her!
Good God, I've never seen him like this.
No, the meteor. Calm down, Edwin. It's over. It's over. Take a sip.
Maybe he was wounded and had some powder from surface in his wound. That with mushroom, yeah, that can do that to you.
Oh, okay. Is that everywhere or?
Yes.
I must have swallowed a whole bunch of it then.
Well, that's good to hear.
Worse, outside Dust Valley.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Make him drink. It will pass.
Yeah, wash it all down. Yeah.
So back, go outside, and he start tinkering with his dinosaur. He activate a couple of them, and they start like moving like animals, and they react to him as their leader or their master or handler, and he just proceed like with a screwdriver. He like he's tinkering, he's maintaining his little herd. So what do you do, guys? Well, if you had any recovery roll remaining, you could use them. Your now your recovery rolls will all be available now that you've slept.
I don't think I actually took any damage, like stress damage last session.
Yeah, we pretty much run and dodged.
It was all intrigue damage, that's all I took.
Intrigue, damn it!
The plot just thickened.
Yeah.
Yep. So you lost the sense of time going underground since there is no light, and you went into this delirium, this toxic delirium. So you feel like you've slept like an 8 hour,
Damn.
but you have no bearing about time, and but apart from that, you feel pretty good. Edwin will start to be okay in a few hours, but
Okay.
already he can probably talk normal, and probably he can feel sensation in his fingers.
I'll approach Showback and as he's tinkering, kind of, do you need any help?
What do you know?
Well, I'm good at fixing things.
You good at fixing robots?
Well, I'm good at making their bodies, not their minds.
Take toolbox and come with me.
Yes,
Num-
sir.
I have problem with 3. 3 have a glitch. I don't know if the problem is mind or body.
Oh. Well, let's go take a look.
As you help Sobek work on his dinosaurs, you learn that he named them with specific nicknames.
Yeah.
They all have a number on their chest, like 1, 2, 3, 4. But one is known as Dusty. It's Sobek's ride.
Okay.
So to his eyes, it's the most trustworthy of his dinosaur and the most intelligent. They almost look the same to you.
Yeah.
Number 2 is known as Two Heads. There's a swivel axe in his chest, and he can like rotate its head to make another one appear, like a transformer.
Okay.
And this head is more rudimentary, more primitive, in that it has what he described as a tube who spits fire.
Oh, nasty. Okay.
Number 3 is known as Rusty. He have larger teeth than the other one. Metal fangs, very sharp. He probably does more
Like
more aggressive bite with his jaw. And the 4th one is a little strange. He is nicknamed Turtle. Sobek mentioned that if you sit on Turtle, he can protect you with like a shell around you. He can fold the shell and protect like someone on his back. So you have Dusty, Two Head, Rusty, and Turtle.
Well, aren't we from a family here? Yeah. So, Rusty, what seemed to be the problem?
Rusty have a glitch, and after a while, it doesn't seem like a mechanical problem.
It's more the inside, in the head.
Yeah, you check his little arms, little legs, and you have this twitch, this almost like a spasm, and you don't know what
Mm.
the origin of that could be.
Is Dusty, Rusty, I mean, the one that I zapped?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah, so back, I think it's more internal. I think I kind of
Uh-huh.
interfere with his mind with a control rod, I think.
You broke his mind.
Yeah, I kind of told him to stop.
Mhm. Mine is hard to repair. Like
Yeah.
human, mine is delicate.
Um, Nate.
Yeah, Nate's sort of sat in the corner and he's been obsessively drawing for about 2 hours by this point.
At this point, I kind of throw a bolt of a screwdriver close in. Nate,
What? What?
come over here.
Okay. He folds away this image. He's got multiple drawings now. One of this face taking off the helmet, and then like a ship with the boosters and the bright light. He's done pretty well with the shading, considering he's only using black, to get it to look relatively good.
Do you need another pencil?
He's got more than one. Wow,
Well, I found about a box of 6 in the hospital.
that's worth a fortune, man. So he sort of
Yeah,
folds it
but
up,
I
sort of
haven't
puts it in his
time to
pocket.
solve it. Anyway, um,
What do you need?
Nate, meet Dusty, Two Head, Rusty, and Turtle.
A pleasure.
uh,
What seems to be the problem?
well, Rusty here has got a kind of a mind problem, robotic
Okay.
thing, because he's the one that I kind of interfere with my control rod, I think.
Okay.
I know you kind of dwindle in those kind of things. So.
Okay. I can have a look if you want. If you don't mind, Sobek.
If you can help, sure, have a look.
Okay. So Nathaniel would gingerly climb onto the mind-blown dinosaur. Never thought I'd say that sentence. And gets onto the next sort of part, and he sort of feels around. So he had a sort of an instinctual impulse. This might be where you'd hide something like that. And eventually, he sort of finds what he's looking for, and he gets out his little tool belt, gets out a couple of prongs, sort of does like some clockwise, anti-clockwise turnings. You can't really see what he's doing as he's sort of hunched over, and that panel pops off. He sort of starts getting inside there.
Mm.
Oh, that's nifty.
It's
I
an
never
educated
knew
guess.
such panel existed.
Well, one of the things I found when working at Skyhold, I know you probably won't know what Skyhold is so big, but it's like like this sort of place, but in the sky. Is that some machines like this, they have like behavioral settings you can put them in, like different like angry, happy, sad, like we have. You can sort of switch them between, and probably what Brad's done with that device, which I said was an unusually powerful thing. He's probably caused some kind of conflict. So I'm just going to try and put it back to what it was, if I can.
You have affinity with machine.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's one of my things. Edwin's the boombox. Brad's the flyboy.
I'm more infinity with the machine that you make big noise.
Yeah.
Like tube who spits fire.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Kinda.
Mm.
So
So would you like to maybe roll to see what if you could fix the robot?
I shall give it a go.
The,
I'm guessing it's an
give
intellect
it a
roll.
go. Yeah, intellect roll, and it's probably
Robotics?
level 4 difficulty.
Flow. Is that including my communication systems or my electrical
No,
machines?
it's just the basic
basic, yeah.
difficulties. So, yeah, so it will go down to level 3.
I've got communication systems that specialize now. That was what I bought last session. If that's the more applicable one.
It would be
Yes,
more.
you could use that.
I've got
Yeah.
electrical machines as well. If that is a better fit for this case.
Yeah, let's drop it to level 2.
Okay, let's do this. Did I actually roll? No, I didn't. Just cleared it. Ha Hey. Oh my god,
Oh
it's
my
a nat
god.
20 on the die.
Oh, well,
Natural
that's
20.
Yeah.
Well,
Archie's.
not only you access the main programming of the robot, of the dinosaur.
I know what I want for my major effect.
Yes. Do you have
I know
any
what I want.
suggestion?
What I would love is that when I'm tinkering around in there, I discover that these dinosaurs have like quite an extensive archive of information inside them. That when they're walking around the surface and exploring, they actually scan. When they scan the area, they form like a 3D model of the area, which helps them like navigate, like a pathfinding algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I work out that with a bit of tinkering, I could probably put that into my Orion robot and get like a 3D model of the
site?
surrounding area.
Yeah.
This is an excellent idea, and yeah.
Like it's archived telemetry data, and it even like has like markers for things like toxicity and a few things for like life forms and things like that. Even doesn't give me everything, but it gives me like organics that way, bad thing that way.
There is
The-
interesting stuff.
The dinosaur even talked to you as he's always trying to connect to other devices in the environment, and it informs you that there is an holographic projector nearby that you could access and project this map like in a 20-foot by 20-foot radius. You could project like a huge map. You all the data for that, and yeah, you could project it like in a room.
We are totally gonna do that.
Nate, you have glee on your face. What did you do?
I found the jackpot.
What?
Inside this dino DNA may be our salvation.
What? What are you talking about? DNA. What the?
Edwin, you're slowly getting to your normal self, and while the others are outside the subway cart, you find yourself ready to step outside. But just before that, you have a look at what your friend have drawn on the table, and I'd like to share a picture that he made. He draw some kind of a woman with a helmet, white helmet, in a flight suit. Something you've never seen before. It's very strange, very unique. So what do you do, Edwin? future Mrs. Skyhold.
Sarah. No. That's what is it?
So what does Brad Edwin do?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, he looks
Yeah.
down. I don't know if you heard what he said.
No. I think we missed a couple of.
He runs his fingers across the picture. Sarah. That's Sarah.
And then outside you can hear your friends like cheering and doing the high fives.
Scratches his head. Look through his thick curly hair. Pulls it back down, straightens inexplicably into his ponytail. What is my cricket? Frantically searching through his clothes, starts stripping, and he can't see it. Where's my cricket?
Where's my cricket?
It looks frantically starts tearing up the room. Where's my cricket? Cricket. Where's my? Did they have it? Where is my cricket? And he starts rushing out, and he hears the cheers, and he disregards them completely. Where's my cricket?
Your what?
My cricket. Where's my cricket?
Oh, your grenade. Here it is. I can throw it.
He catches it. With him.
You were kind of about to use it just an hour ago.
Where we're going, you won't need crickets.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, not yet.
Nonsense, you would always need crickets.
So, Edwin, meet Dusty, Two-Head, and Rusty, and Turtle. The ones that tried to kill us.
So, Nathaniel, since you accessed also the behavioral cognitive part of Rusty, you can just simply ask him to do auto-diagnostic and just reinstall your previous version and hope it will work.
Uninstall hotfix patch, reinstall,
Yeah,
reinstall
something like
default
that.
driver.
Yeah.
And delete Windows.
But I make a show of it to make it look like it's really complicated what I'm doing in there.
Yeah.
Really, I'm just pressing a button.
Yeah.
What's the point?
So back from his point of view, he just sees you putting your hands in his dinosaur's head, and he doesn't understand what you're doing.
To be a bit of a show off, can I get the dinosaur to lower itself so when I get off I can just slide straight off? I don't have to do any awkward climbing.
Sure.
Nathaniel, what are you doing?
Repaying
The Beastmaster.
repaying Sobek's kindness for looking after us and giving us dangerous soup.
That was good soup.
It was, yeah. Yes, it was something, all right.
Yeah, it's the first time for me too.
It was like your first time, like children.
You mean you feed this to the kids too? Oh boy.
There's no other thing to eat.
At this point, I kind of take Nate by the shoulder and kind of whisper in his ear, you know, just trading with these people, giving them food and taking their junk, we're going to make a fortune, you know? Just
We
with,
could.
you know, just giving them Bladang, Seb.
Corn.
Bladang. Yeah,
Yeah.
just bringing crates of corn and everything. I mean, imagine the what? Is it a good idea or a bad
I
idea?
think it's got a lot of potential.
Okay.
The only problem I have with it, Brad, as I sort of like smiled at him, is it took us. The way we got here was very unpleasant.
Oh, don't bother with the details. That's. I mean, it's a future plan, you know.
Definitely, it's definitely something we could try. I don't know how these people would react to mingling with with our natives, though.
Well, yeah. Anyway, that's another part of the story.
Yeah,
What are you two talking about?
but if they were interested,
Oh,
we could
we're
try and
talking
set something up.
about future investments.
Not future investments.
Making the
When
big
we get money,
taps.
we'll make it back. Tapes. Tapes.
Do you reckon we could sell that super puff?
You guys suddenly realize that you're not alone. There's
A crowd.
a small group of villagers, we'll say, that is near the enclave, and there's one of them like he wants to talk to Sobak, so Sobak oblige, and the two are talking in their lingo, and after a couple of minutes, Sobak comes to see you. The people from the town, they want to see you.
Oh well, sure. I mean, we're new.
Come with me.
Is this trouble, Sobek? Is this unusual?
I'm not sure.
I hope
Oh,
our presence here hasn't caused you any
Grief.
grief. Yes.
No. I don't know if you went to another's house, but with me and my metal friends, you are safe.
But that safety doesn't extend to the entire village. Oh,
I told them you were run after by other from your place.
Yeah.
They should understand. You
Yeah, so-
mean no harms.
Yeah, well, Sobek, you take the lead with this. So I mean, we don't know anyone here, so
Well, maybe your friend. Him, he threw weapon in my house.
yeah. Well, that's you know the mushroom thing and everything.
Keep eyes on him. Or
Yeah, we will.
Rusty.
And I kind of
Or-
elbow Edwin. Yeah, we will.
What did they do?
Or Two Heads will try his fire tube on him. Always wanted to see if it worked.
Yeah.
fire tube sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't
Now
check it.
come.
Yeah.
So back leads the way, and he brings you like at the center of this large, vast. It's a hangar. It was a subway station under the mall at one point, and now there's a town with huts and subway cars and bridges made out of spare parts, and there's still this tubes, this tunnel, this huge tunnel that goes from left to right, and it's just pitch black. There it doesn't seem to end, and just with the echoes, it feels so long. And now you're at the center of this town, and there's about 100 people there in a circle, and they invite you to the center of the circle, or if need be, push you a little bit. It's not something of a choice. You are required at the center of the town. So you see this I would say this woman, 40-something, with long white hair, frizzy hair, dressed in the simplest of robe, slightly transparent, and she had other clothes underneath. She have this mechanical glove on her hands, and small glasses on her nose. And she lifts her hand, and the crowd goes quiet. And she speaks in the manners of something in authority or leadership. And she say, "Come, come, friend, from the world above our heads. I am Davin of Dust Valley. We heard that you had some problems, and you were helped by one of our hunters. In the name of everyone here in Port City, I'd like to extend my hands in friendship to the people of the sky. I will also ask of you to never reveal our presence, which have kept us alive for so long." What may we call you?
Well, my name is Brad Ace. I kind of poke Nate.
Nathaniel of Skyhold, a place in the world above.
Edwin.
Edwin the Cricket of Salvatore.
He said it.
At every occasion you have, eh?
Yeah.
So she stepped forward and she tried just to hold your hands, just in a welcoming fashion, and she just repeat your name like Brad Ace and Nathaniel of Skyhold and Edwin the Cricket, and she tried to mimic your accent, trying to pronounce your name right. The Cricket, the Cricket. Welcome to Port City, under the Central Mall. Now, people wanted something from you here, and she lift her arm, and people start to talk and chat and ask questions, and she's just like, yes, you of the mighty Screw clan. Ask your question first. You see an old man coming to say, "I would like to ask these young men, are all the people from the sky so young?"
Well, adventure to the ground is more of a young man's thing these days. It's dangerous.
Ah!
We
I
still
see
have
old people.
Yeah.
You have old people over there.
Yes, and old, and some drunks, and some not, and I mean, there's some are teachers, some are workers.
Enough question from the mighty Spanner clan. There's a woman coming up. I would like to hear a story from the sky. What is it like up there?
I turned to Nate, and
Nathaniel Skyhold,
Yeah.
captain of the Deadweight, chiming in.
And you see like the crowd nodding and cheering, like yeah, let's hear the stories. Yeah, we want to know what is it like up there? We want stories from the world above.
Like yourselves, life up there is hard and fraught with danger. We do not deal directly with the sins of the past, but we strive for a better tomorrow. We have worked out a way to sail the skies on ships called bullets and barges, using a substance that let us float in the air. And I kind of like do like a little like thing you float in the air.
Oh. They're all going like, oh.
Yeah.
They eat your words. But they
Come and
want
see it one
more.
day.
They want more. Would you like to roll an intellect roll to quench their thirst for stories from above?
Yes, I shall. I'm actually gonna spend effort on this roll. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I don't know what the difficulty is, but I'm gonna spend effort.
Well, I was aiming for a level 3, so a level 2 with effort.
Yeah. Okay. I believe that's 13 on the die. A success.
You tell for an hour the most exciting things you can think of at the moment, and the more you tell stories, the more you have to tell, because you're somebody who is very inquisitive about the nature of things, and you have so many things to say, and they drink it all, man. They would eat part of your flesh if that could be possible. And after an hour, you hear like clapping, and you made quite an impression on the town of Port City.
Mhm.
And they're like, people are like clapping and cheering, and some want to touch you and just shake your hands, and you have changed their world.
It's quite alright. It's quite alright. Nathaniel's not used to having so much attention upon himself with his kids. He's like, okay, he's like trying to shake hands and ruffle kids' hairs.
The old man from the Screw clans, you can see him crying like, "There's hope! There's hope!" And everyone is cheering. He's like, everyone is, and somebody pick up Brad. And he's joined like with 3 guys, and they lift him up in the air, and like you can see Brad like crowd surfing like ah. They try to do this with you all. You're like greeted as heroes.
pilots.
And Brad pilots the people. You can fly anything. You can fly
right.
really. You can fly anything. You can fly people too. Yeah.
Imagine women.
Yeah. If he had jumped onto Edwin as he fell to the ground, he probably could have made a safe landing just with with surfing with Edwin's body. No, isn't it?
Yeah.
Edwin just kind of watches and kind of like
This is awkward.
bundles his arms together.
And
He's not comfortable.
Not
What-
comfortable with
when
it.
they ask Nathaniel, he describes the shape and texture of the noodles that they serve in the
Oh.
Sky Realms in great detail, as they're fascinated
no.
by the concept of
Bastard.
different foods.
There's probably half of the town now who wants to taste those noodles just because of that.
Can we have when things settle down? Can we talk to David? I mean, more.
Yes, she invites you to her like car, subway card.
Or I thought you
And,
meant the actual, like the prize car. I was about to say we won that.
Nah,
Hand it over.
that thing's probably in pieces.
And of course, she have one of those big cart, and she looked like the matriarch of a family. So there's a many person in her home, and she invites you to just have a moment. Sobek is still there,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
he's all smile. He's like mhm.
Madame, can we discuss some things with you? I mean, you're the leader of this community.
Yes, of course. Sit. Please sit.
Yes, thank you.
We'll have a discussion. Would
Uh,
you like a bowl of soup?
no,
you
no,
must be
thank you.
hungry.
No. I'm fine. Still writing the other one. So, Edwin, you want one?
All right, no soups.
No.
But there's still a young girl bringing some little munchies to eat, and you notice that most of it are like dried mushroom made out of
Yeah.
small balls like peanuts.
Yeah.
But it feels like mushroom again.
Thank you. When you say you don't want to be revealed, is it to the Sky World or to? I mean, you're people like us. I mean, we never knew there were some people alive. I mean, we could get help and I mean help you people. I mean, I think.
Well, we have survived by hiding here and hiding our city and making traps and building these towers who make the air breathable and less bad.
Yes, but imagine breathing air that's not dangerous. I mean, just saying.
Your friends, Nathaniel of Skyhold, made quite a good impression. If it wasn't for these bad people outside,
Yeah, well, yeah, about those, yeah.
I
Did
would
you say
probably
that people-
ask of you to bring us to the sky.
What's bad people? You know what I mean?
The Fusioneer, I think, yeah?
Fusionates where they-
We've heard rumors from the faraway clan of the north that there are bad people coming from the sky in giant rectangle, and they came and they build some kind of a small city or place, and they are building.
A base,
They
yeah.
are building something. And
I think Sobak said that they were working with pirates too, I think.
yes, we are not friends with pirates. We are cautious with people who come from the sky, but you seems pretty friendly compared to them.
We're the friendliest.
I've never, since I was a very young girl, I never talked with even one pirate. They always shoot first.
Yeah, they do that often. This may sound as a stranger's group. I've have lots of questions, but we three need to find out what the Fusionaire are up to, because they may be as much of a threat to you as they might be of a threat to the Sky Worlds. They might be tampering with machines that they shouldn't be tampering with. And I'm looking at Nate to have support in this, because they've been kidnapping young men and women that are good with machine in the Sky World to work for them. I was one of those that was kidnapped, but I escaped. And now my head is... they've put a bounty on my head and my friends to keep us silent, I presume. So...
I have told you, it is dangerous to go there. Very dangerous.
Yes, but is it as dangerous as all the people dying? I mean...
Well, they are there. They will eventually die. The air is poison.
It could be more dangerous, Sobek, if we don't go there.
Imagine if the device breaks all your 7 towers just by being activated. All the poison will come into this region, and this is...
How can this be? It is very far away. We are safe. Our valley is safe.
Well, let's say you know there was a world before, and something that man made caused all of this destruction. So if they're tinkering with something that's as powerful as this, you're not safe anywhere.
I don't see it.
Huh.
I don't see it.
Nate, help me here. Anyone? Anyone?
Sobek, okay. Sobek, our people from the sky, we generally only come down here to retrieve things so that we can make a better life for ourselves up there, where the air is clean and the water is most of the time good. The idea that these Fusioneers are down here on the world below, in that place, and are not just salvaging, but they're doing something, is greatly distressing. It's whatever they have found, we need to discover ourselves, for it could affect both our peoples.
It would not be dangerous.
Daven. Oh yeah, go ahead, Chippy.
He's been kind of frowning this entire time. It will not be dangerous for you. It will be only dangerous for us, primarily for them. If you can, was I breaking up?
A little bit, yeah.
No, let me try this.
You were breaking up a little bit.
It's the
We
mushroom.
only heard the cricket from crickets.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's better.
All right.
Yeah.
I said, don't worry, it will not be dangerous for you, only for us, and primarily for them.
Sobek, when
Daven was about to say. Well, what I think what Sobek means is these rumors talking about these bad people. if they are correct, they are very far away from our valley. We are quite safe here, and we would like it to stay that way. We have no means to fight these people. Even if your people are in danger, we can, with just a handful of people here, trying very hard to survive. I don't know if you understand that, but life is hard here as it is. Going outside the influences of the tower is a it's not even a risky proposition. It's a deadly proposition. We will lose people just to go there and watch. I don't know.
Well, Dave already tried to kill me once or twice. But can we at least go see and talk to the village that saw them, or to get more information? And the risk would be only ours to take. I mean,
They have at the corner or at the periphery of the valley. They are manning one of the towers. Sometimes they go outside, but they are all equipped with suits, you know, with helmets and breathing apparatus. It's
yeah.
very complicated to go outside.
Well, yeah. Well, we know. Yeah, we've had some of those.
I'd like to propose intrusion on Fred.
Yeah.
On Brad.
Brad. Intrude. I don't know what's going to happen to.
Outside the cart, you see remains of the crowd still hanging around. You know, there's a new heroes in town, and they're laying around, hanging around, and you don't know why, but your eyes suddenly see something popping out of the place at the center of this places where you were at, where Nathaniel gave his speech. There's like a disc of metal embedded in the floor.
Okay.
A very familiar disc. You've seen this disc before when you awoke the guards inside the mall.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me a minute. So I kind of walk towards the disc.
Yep, you step outside the cart.
Yeah.
There's a few people like smiling and watching you, and you step in the middle of this like meeting space, and you see like an holographic projector on the ground.
So I
buried in a small cover of dust, like a small.
I kind of kneel and start to clean it.
Yeah, you dust it off with your hands
and blow to where the lens is to.
Yep.
And I kind of feel if there's wiring or something that if it's broken or.
Could you give me a intellect, electrical machine, or computer, or?
I have identify machine or use a repair machine.
Use and repair machine is good.
Okay, so I'm trained. So clear. Roll. Yeah. Well.
It's a success by 3. Since you're trained.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
I'm good.
Yeah, you connect the device and you suddenly there's a blue light coming up, lights up, and the
crowd
device is now operational. Yeah.
I kind of tap on it. AI, can you see us now?
The Guardian materialize in front of you, and there is a shock in the crowd, like. Some people are running, like screaming. Someone said, "Ghost! There's a ghost!"
Oops.
And there's other like, "Oh my god!" and yeah, all kinds of reaction, but it's a shock, like, "Oh shit! What's that?"
Hello.
It's magic.
Hello, Guardian.
Well, hello.
Well, I think we found some people living in the bunkers.
It seems you have done something to my projector connected to the subway station at level -2.
Yeah, it was kind of dusty and rusted, but it's good.
I have access to the camera in the floor and the projector here. Well done.
Well,
you have increased my telepresence in the mall by 12%.
Well, 12% is better than nothing. Guardian, I'd like to introduce you the leader of this community, Miss Daven. I kind of point towards the woman, and I kind of.
Daven, Sobak, and all her family get out the cart, and they're like in awe, in simple awe, like, oh
my.
What is this?
Well, Nathan, I think you call it the hologram. What's the word? He's the computer that was directing them all, I believe.
Oh, I'm more than that. I am the clientele management system.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
I'm also the.
Keep it simple, please.
I make sure people are, having a good time in the Port City Central Mall.
Yeah.
Nathaniel addresses the crowd. You don't need to fear this creature. He is only here to help. He cannot harm you. I sort of like just put my hand through a part of him, just a little bit, to show that he is.
Oh, just you saying that.
Yeah.
calms the crowd. They have that trust in you now. You're a man. You're maybe a young man, but you know your stuff. You know what you're talking about. Your head is full of knowledge. Well, this is rather charming. I'm afraid the ISR does not give me the time for the next travel, but it should be soon. Just in case you would like to access the international subway relay. I'm pretty sure they're fixing it as we speak.
Well, I think it's going to be delayed for some time. It's.
I don't know. According to my data, this services was never interrupted and is very, very reliable. This is a first.
So back as the subway worked since you've been here. These train, I mean.
What do you mean?
I'm talking so back. I mean, as you've been a young man living here, have you ever seen the subway working or?
Never. I've seen a lot of subways, but they are all shut down.
So there you go, Guardian.
It's a pretty convincing argument, I must say. I presume that maybe something happened up there.
L did, anyway.
What can I do you for?
Well,
The pool will open in 15 minutes.
don't start.
There was also a projection of the newest movie.
You have a movie?
Yes, there is several rooms, projection room. Would you like to give me to give you the full spectrum of all available entertainment?
No. I'm just.
Maybe you would like some ice cream. People of your age have a liking for cold and sweet.
There's nothing left here, so.
If there is a way to make food that would be most helpful to these people, it would help them have a good time.
I could check if the restaurants are open. Well, I don't think they are. I don't have any access to food machine, and I think everything is shut down.
Shocker.
Please contact the administrator. I'm sure they will come up with something.
Nate, we need to upgrade his, you know what.
There's also 19,000 light bulb to be changed. That's weird.
You see what 12% does?
Rather unusual. Yes.
Do you have the what's the word? And it's something I sort of scratch his head. The capacity, the availability of any new information.
Well, the interweb was disconnected a few while ago. I have access to no outside information, I'm afraid.
If I provided you with some geographical data, I think that might be the correct term for this particular construct. Could you project it for us? Could you pass it for us, possibly?
You looked a little bit tired. I am obligated to remind that if your prestige card is still with you, you can have a free coffee this morning.
I'm guessing not then.
But onto your question, you need geographical information, is that correct?
I have some information that possibly you could help us with.
Well, if I can connect with your device, I could access maybe these data.
So Nathaniel will try and do that if it's possible. Do I have to bring the dinosaur to him?
Maybe not. You know of a way you took control of this dinosaurs. You like open just the channel, if you will.
Oh, I know the Wi-Fi password.
Yes, you just need to give it to the Guardian, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan is God.
Okay, stand back, guys. This could be impressive. Okay, so I'm gonna hook you up. If you could project as part of the map in a reasonable ratio for us to, that would be great. The Skype. These people are gonna be really impressed now.
You're gonna freak out, yes.
The Guardian have just a small glitch, you know, he skip like a couple of frames, and then you go, interesting. These are raw data. Fortunately, I am equipped with something to decode them. And here we go. What would you like to do with those data? They look like 3D information.
project it if possible in a format that we can easily interact with it. There should be some markers for things that have been scanned, such as hazards,
Material or equipment.
material. Yeah. If you can, what's the material called for the sky ships? The
Suspensium.
suspensium. If you could highlight any areas where we're high in suspensium, that would be great.
Or LV-35.
Or LV-35, whichever your favorite saying. Also, any I don't know the range of this scan, but if you detected movement of organic creatures similar to ourselves in the surrounding areas, if you could show us like that as well. Indication of.
I'm afraid the data that I have is just a pure
Markers?
3D modeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
They have, it doesn't seem to have tags imprinted upon him. It's very primitive and very crude. But I will show you what I got. And it disappears, and suddenly the whole room goes blue, and you see like the valley in 3D.
Whoa.
There's missing part of the maps.
Mhm.
It's the places the dinosaur could not go.
Great.
But the dinosaurs shared their information with each other.
Mhm.
So every path they have taken is add onto the other, like layers, and you see like the whole valley. You see clearly the 7 towers. You have a pretty good idea about the scope of the valley, and in fact, even with your own eyes on the ground, you cannot have a picture like this. So it's like a beautiful rendering, even though it's a little bit crude. It's something of a.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Like you see everything in the. And there's some bits also outside, because the dinosaur went also outside the valley. So you have like a zoom out effect going on. And yeah, probably the zoom out continue for a moment until the valley is very small, and you can see a dot at some point. And Sobak just goes like, one day I send Rusty to investigate the place where these bad people are, and
Okay.
You see it's there.
Does it have a certain shape to it? Is it any indication of what is there just from the map? Is it a building, maybe an excavation site? I don't know how.
Make an intellect roll. It will be level 5.
I would gladly do that, and I feel I should point out that geography and history is one of my skills. Yeah.
All right. Let's go down to 4.
And I am going to spend effort, because I really want to know what's there. This is like a new thing for Nathaniel. This is new.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a level 3.
Okay, come on. Oh.
And amazing.
No.
Huh.
It's just a 2. I got really excited there.
Yeah.
The data in that point was or is from just one dinosaur.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sketchy, and you don't have the full 3D surrounding.
It hasn't been
of the place.
triangulated by the pack.
Yeah, it's like one point of view. It's not so much 3D, but you can see there's something like a structure there. You can tell. You can even tell the shape of the thing. It looks like a cylinder type of structure. Not a cylinder like very long, but just very like a circular type of building with a certain height to it, but not super long. Not like a tube, but more like a slice of I don't know, a slice of a ham.
So the thing is, looking at it, he's sort of
short cylinder, yeah.
yeah.
Guardian, can you still hear us?
Of course.
From your memory, can you tell us what's about that distance used to be over there? I mean, if it's a good question. As from your point of view, from the mall, what would be in that direction at that location?
Give me an intellect roll level 3.
Level 3, okay.
Yeah, to since the guardian is not super intelligent, you need to find the right question to ask him,
and
then
we have never. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what you mean. Could you repeat the question? Yeah.
Can I assist Brad? Can I say, Brad? Okay, I read a book about this. Try and ask him for the tourist and information. The tourist information about that place, like local landmarks that you can travel to from the mall.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what?
Like when we have a sky map, like we'd have this is Skyhold, and nearby is this and this place. So
Yeah,
many
that
sky
direction.
miles away.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He might understand in that concept. He might not know what it is, but he might give us the name of it, which is a start.
What I'll do. So, give me a roll to help me, and then I'll roll again.
Oh, okay. What do I need to roll, Skylord?
So it looks to me like you guys want to do a cooperative action.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So you want to tell me if I'm correct. You want Nathaniel to do like a navigation check to check out the coordinate.
Yeah. And I'll kind of phrase the question.
Brad will do what?
I'll do like a tourist question of if I have a destination to go in that direction, what interesting sight are to see in that direction.
Okay.
Or
okay. So Nathaniel will give me an intellect roll.
Okay, I shall. It's an 8 on the die. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Kind of difficult to come up with coordinate to help Brad since you don't have the north.
yeah.
Brad will roll.
I think with some effort, conspiratorial wink, you could probably pull this off.
Yeah.
Yeah, since you would have to retry that roll now that you would need to do effort this time.
Oh, okay. Intellect.
Oh damn! I should have used my. I just realised what I could have done. Sorry.
Damn you.
I just realised.
So
Fred, spend effort.
Yeah.
Just for the retry. The difficulty stays the same.
18.
18.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty good. So at one point you decide, you know what? If I place myself in the shoes of a client or a customer, and I ask the guardian, "Hey, help me! I'd like to go there as fast as I can. What could you help? How could you help me?"
Yeah.
This is how he was built. You know.
He's a helper.
Yeah. So how do you do that?
Well, Guardian, I'm leaving this location and I'd like to go there as fast as I could. And what do I need to do?
Do you have Do you have a valid ISR pass?
No, unfortunately, and it seems to be out of service, so I'll need to go on foot. So,
Well, you will probably need a taxi then, because the ISR could lead you straight to it. It's a 5-minute. It's a 5-minute trip.
so it's connected.
Yes. And now
Well-
the Guardian shows you on the map
The tunnel.
the tunnel of the international subway system, and there's one of the
Tunnel.
connection that goes straight to that, what is referred to on the map as Port City
What's
military research center.
No, not an M word. Damn it! I look at Nate and I go, "Oh, this is bad."
You will need then your identification paper to go there,
Yeah.
because I don't know they will let you in.
And what is research are done there must be secret, I presume.
Oh, I have no idea.
Ah,
I know that there is a lot of we have a lot of customers coming from there and returning there afterwards. After all, military people are people too. They need some entertainment.
yes. I turn to Sobek and I go, "We need to go there." It's a military base, and what military has, that shouldn't be good.
Well, Sobek looked very sternly at the map, scratches his beard, and he goes, "Well, I guess if we go under the earth,
Would be safer.
the poison air won't be a problem until we
Surface.
go to the surface."
Yeah.
Yes. I can provide you with rides. How do you feel about riding dinosaurs?
As as
Yeah, you shared.
Nathaniel's cool with it, yeah?
as Nathan says, I can ride anything. So
It just grows boosters and flies.
The cricket didn't ride the dinosaur.
And now
The
you
cricket will do it. Yes.
There are no qualms here.
So yeah, so back is up to it. Since you don't have to go to the surface and it
Yeah.
doesn't go with you. Yeah, all right. And since there's a passage to it and you need to go there, he's offering dinosaurs.
So I kind of
You'll
looked.
become.
Yeah.
I'll have to give you lessons to be how to
Yeah.
be tech rider. This is what we call it.
I look at the leader, Devon. I mean, because it's going to be dangerous, and I don't want to put our people in danger. But the bad people are meddling in a military base that has military secrets. This is bad. we have to find out what they're doing.
I think I understand. Not only you brought stories from the sky, but now you awoke the spirit of the city. You clearly tell the truth.
And there should
If
be
you need anything, we will try to help. It is in our best interest.
Well, we might need to borrow some equipment from you people because we might need to surface to get into this facility. So that'd be kind of you.
An instant later, you can write all on your character sheet I'd call it like a surface suit, a suit to protect yourself, including breathing respirator and filter and Yeah, something to cover
Hazmat
your whole
suit.
body. Yeah, or NBC suit, nuclear, bacteriological, and chemical warfare suit. Yeah.
I have got that. I'm gonna be a dino rider.
You're gonna be a tech dino rider.
This is like my favorite part of the 80s coming true.
So yeah, so back brings you to the enclave, and he just yeah, he show you how to ride
Okay.
these beasts. They have like a running mode, they have like a walking mode, they have a guardian mode, they have all kinds of.
I'll inspect
learn.
two head. I'll check two heads second head, see if it works.
Yep.
If it needs mechanical.
It looks like it's running off of a liquid tank, and
Yeah.
the tank is yeah, there's some liquid in it.
Oh. Well, it's looks
So-
fine. So it should
It
work.
will probably fire at least once,
Yeah.
but you don't know.
Yeah.
You could be wrong about that. You don't know
Yeah.
how much liquid it takes, and
Yeah.
it's impossible to open
The
like
canister.
the reservoir or the canister.
Well, okay.
So,
It's got one good shot. Okay.
We will need some food for the journey.
Yeah.
Maybe some watered down soup, and I mean severely watered down.
And water.
Yeah.
What about a soup for me?
Yeah, then they do good to you.
do they have like a, I don't know, like a scrap shop or something that would enable Edwin to make some more crickets, or cobble together something, because he's pretty low on his cricket count.
Yeah, I think you just got one left.
Edwin could probably scavenge something. Maybe not a cricket. I would leave that to chances, because they are very like they have bare bone stuff.
Yeah.
But Edwin being Edwin, could
Make
Chippy, could you roll like a percentile?
Percentile? Alright.
Oh,
Yeah.
First. At least we could make some pipe bomb or something.
Well, I do have an ability that allows me to do that.
Oh,
Tinker.
yeah.
As long as I have a device, I could repurpose it by spending some intellect for the purpose of an explosive. It just reduces the level of the item.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like ciphers or?
Yeah, basically, it's a search for a cipher that you could probably turn into a cricket with your ability.
Huh.
Let's see how it
I got a
goes.
33.
33. Okay, let me have a look. This is strange.
Do I need to roll for the level?
Yeah, roll 1d6 plus 1.
Okay, 5.
All right, then I'm gonna just name the cipher mechanically, but then I'll tell you what it is. It's a curse bringer at the level you rolled, and
Level.
so it will be like some kind of a can, and thrown onto the floor. If this can is picked up by someone, it will activate at a set time you choose. So it can be on contact. It can be like a minute later, an hour later. But when this can will activate, it will induce an electrical current that is strong enough that it will it will like shock the individual, seemingly in an offense in a non-lethal way. Yeah, inoffensive way, like very mild electrocution. But the next time this person will try to do something, his action will be impaired by 3 levels of difficulty.
Oh.
So it's really like a curse, but in the form of a slow-timed electrocution.
It's a booby trap.
Yeah. Of course, you could fiddle with the device to make it an electrical explosion.
Ugh.
A level 4 bomb or a curse bringer? That's the tough decision.
Yeah.
You're the expert, so.
You're the expert.
I think he'll save that and try to find. He'll try to keep scavenging for something else, at least sometime along the way, or then at the point he's heading toward a military base. So I think he presumes he'll probably be able to get a hold of something explosive that he could use there.
That's a great idea. So yeah, you get to pick a dinosaur from 2 to 4 since number 1 is taken.
Could I also do something else while we're at it? Just.
Yep.
I'm willing to spend XP for this short-term benefit.
Oh, okay.
I had an idea while everyone was cricket making. What Nathaniel would like to do now, he knows how to interface with the robots. He's got this map data, right?
Yep.
What he's thinking, because he's got his navigational robot Orion, what he's theorizing is he possibly, with a bit of tinkering, can form a link between the robots, his Orion, and the shop mall Guardian, so that as they travel, it can keep updating the map for them. So he has access to the map through the Guardian, as long as he can stay in range or possibly boost the signal, so he can still access the map there even though he's not physically there. And also, possibly for a longer term benefit eventually, if they ever get off this cursed Earth, he could then get this into something a bit more robust and figure out a way to travel back down to this place a bit more safely to start bringing these people out. If that's
Would
possible.
you be willing to... I'm offering you the choice. From 1 to 3 XP, you can make that happen. You can even go as a long-term benefit.
Well, at the moment, it's
envisioning.
It's a gamble. It's a short-term benefit at the moment because I don't know if I'm ever going to get off the Earth. So the idea is it's the benefit at the moment is that so that Nathaniel can still use the information he's gathered and add to it as they travel to try and help them get an idea of where they're going and possibly give them a heads up of danger, or at least it's establishing a pathway to get there and back.
Okay, let's go with a short-term benefit. Yeah, short-term benefit 1 XP.
Oh, I would have gone for 2 if you'd have pushed me.
Oh yeah. Do you want to make it a medium-term benefit?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so for a medium term, I would say this connection will hold, allowing you to go to that place and even come back from it.
Yes.
So at least for a couple of adventure, if you need to.
Yeah. So the idea is that with the pack of dinosaurs, it allows the signal to be boosted enough to keep contact with the mall AI.
Yeah.
So that the communication between the 3 is possible. So as it's taking the data, it's passing it to Orion, and Orion's then sending it to the mall, and it's sort of building up this bigger picture.
Basically, Orion becomes a probe for them all, and you can talk to them all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing.
So that's what Nathaniel's doing in the meantime. He's sort of tinkering with Orion, going, "This is gonna work. This is gonna work.
It's gonna work.
This work.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
All right. And Brad?
Well, I'm gonna take 2 head,
Yep.
and I'm basically exercising my well, not slash riding slash piloting. I mean, I'm kind of trying to assess what I can and can't do with it. So it's kind of hanging from the saddle,
You get the hang of it pretty quickly.
okay.
Now I need to decide if your skill is applied to animal riding.
Well, it's not an animal; it's a robot.
Yeah, but in a sense, it touches the ground, and it's not a flying thing.
Yeah. Well, I have 4 XP. I could buy the skill.
It's all. I've started a ball rolling now, haven't I?
You could become a dino rider, right now, and even advance your character
At
while doing it.
At the same point.
Please tell me that Edwin's going to then
you
spend
could-
XP
you
to
could-
turn the
you
dinosaur
could,
into a cricket.
You could buy skill training. Do you want to do it?
I'll do it. Yeah, we're in a post-apocalyptic hellhole, so yeah. So
I
I'll
have 4 XP as well.
You do it as
Okay,
well.
sorry. No, I do not.
You do it as well.
But I would like to buy a skill. And I would like it to be mechanics demolitions, as in making
Okay.
explosives.
Yeah, let's call it demolition. And train. And you, Brad, that will be a speed skill. Dino riding or something like that.
Right. Well, slash riding would be riding.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much like piloting. It's pretty much the same thing.
It's just with the hips. You have to.
Yeah. It's more crude. It's more easy. You will be always most at ease in a cockpit, but dino riding, you get the hang pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Did you had any game where you could learn dino riding as a skill?
Rift.
Rift, maybe? Yeah, maybe Rift.
Pretty much Rift
All right.
is a reference to anything.
So Nathaniel made his connection with Orion. You learned a dinosaur riding skill, and Edwin managed to find an electrical device ripping up cables and stuff, and he found this canister that could maybe endure a man with electrical power. So okay, so you're pretty much good to go unless you want to do something else. The village will provide you with some baby food that is less toxic. So think of it like a lukewarm oatmeal with a moldy taste to it. Not very good, but it should not be like totally wasted. And,
It'll do the job.
Yeah. So Davin is. Hope your mission will be successful and that these bad men won't kill you.
We'll be back. That's
we've got dinosaurs on our side. I mean, come on.
So you're pretty good to go. Joseph, Jeppe need to go. So now is a good time.
Okay. He is happy. He has learned many. He has a new plaything.
Since he's we'll have Edwin on number 3, Rusty. with the giant metal fangs. How about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you went. Okay, I was not looking. Okay, so that leaves a turtle to Nathaniel.
I will
Number
gladly
4.
take my turtle steed.
Yeah, and just to be safe, Sobak teaches you how to activate the turtle, and it's really like two beams of metal going like this, and there's a cover over you, and you still can see in front and the back. You could shoot a pistol, for instance, but it gives you like a roof over your head when you activate it.
Nathaniel finds that the process a little bit unwieldy. He's so used to being on things that float in the air that this kind of steady pace of this creature throws him off a little bit. It takes him a while to get used to it. He keeps like sliding off, and then like it keeps trying like being shaken. He feels it should be lighter than it is, but it's not. And he looks at Brad, and Brad's just pretty much sat in astride and just like floating around over the best, as he is. He can
Yeah, but
steer anything.
you can see him. He's kind of waving as the dinosaur walks. Brad is like doing the same motion forward and backward, and he's kind of imitating the movement of the dinosaur, and you kind of see he's comfortable on it.
Yes. So back just jump on his dinosaur, and he put his face mask respirator. Okay, guys, let's go.
You take the lead, Robert. You work on it.
I'm not very confident about this mission, but it is very important for you and for my people. If these bad men are constructing something bad, we must see what's going on.
Indeed. That's right.
And you whip his feet on the dinosaur and take off. And he takes like into the tunnel, and you see him disappear for a few moments in the dark, and then suddenly the dinosaur opens his eyes and his flashlight headlights.
Yeah.
And yours does the same, and you're like a small herd, like galloping in the darkness
Of the ancient city.
of the ancient city.
Nate, do you know the stories we're gonna have to tell to the king or in Excalibur? I don't know what to do. In Camelot.
I don't think anyone's going to believe us unless we make it back. Oh, Brad.
Yeah, why? Yeah,
What a
that
time.
too. That also.
I'm going to be honest. Like when we talked about going there, I was mainly thinking of just getting there to steal a ship and get out of there. But now I think we should probably see what the hell's going on there.
Yeah. Well,
Research.
it's a bit. Yeah, research in what? Bioweapon, nuke weapon, explosive weapon. Yeah.
I get whatever. I get the feeling the Fusioneers are not doing it for their own benefit. There's something wider at play here.
Well, you think they're working for someone?
No, I think they're not doing it for the good of
Of the
making
all,
the world
yeah.
a better. Yeah, they're doing it for trying to get something.
Yeah.
They possibly could be working for
So-
someone.
Yeah.
So the ride. Yeah. Go ahead.
So as we ride, like every like maybe once a day at least, you see that Nathaniel pulls out that picture and has a look at it, and he considers like he adds tiny little bits of detail to it and stuff, and like he starts putting little notes.
You know, you're starting to obsess about that woman.
I love learning something new, and this
Yeah.
right this I wish I could show you, Brad. What I saw was
Amazing.
I wouldn't call it amazing. It was kind of terrifying. It's like being trapped in your like it's like being trapped in my own head. But like what I saw, that was of everything I saw, that was real. And that makes no sense to me. That person, I believe that person is real. Does that make sense? Like I don't know if you can understand that. Like
Well, there's the rumor of the White Rider. I mean, those are there's pretty more. There's a lot of them. So someone's riding dressed in white, and he's damn fast.
like you know when you're asleep, Brad, and you know that you're asleep, and you become aware that you're in a dream. Like you ever had that moment? You know when you're young.
You mean falling from the sky?
Yeah.
Well, everyone's had that one. I mean,
Exactly. But imagine you meet someone in that dream, and they are aware that you're also dreaming.
whoa.
That's what I mean. That's what.
Mushroom.
Yeah. It was like I was in a place, but not in a place. I can't describe it in words that.
Yeah, well, don't dwindle on it. Dwindle on the moment now. I mean, we'll get answers, but maybe not now. So, kind of going in a dangerous place. So we need kind of to focus. You know.
Oh, absolutely. And he sort of looks around and realizes, oh, like hours have gone by, and he hasn't been paying attention to what's been around him. And he's been on a dinosaur. Perhaps he should like focus on the here and now.
Well, there's not much you see. It's a tunnel. So
Every now and again,
bones.
The tunnel is huge.
Skeleton.
It's literally a tube, and
Concrete.
it's concrete. Sometimes there are markings and numbers on the walls. Sometimes there's these little ladder that is embedded into the walls, getting
access ladders. Yeah.
yes, and there's safety procedures printed on the walls, and all that is covered in dust and particles, and sometimes the tunnel is like all cracked and not in a good shape, but sometimes it goes on and on and on, and it's still in a perfect condition.
Do we come across some station at this point sometime? I mean, a bigger room or...
The first station you crossed was probably after maybe like an hour or two of ride.
Yeah.
And it gives you the impression that people from in the world before probably could move very fast from one place to another.
Yeah.
Like faster than your bullet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you feel that people were probably like it was probably like a routine hopping into the train and
across the world.
Get out of the next station. The way these carts are made are not for long travel. You know, the seats are not comfortable, and you don't have places to. People were probably even standing in these carts, so you kind of figure out the speed at which these carts would be traveling, and it's boggling your mind. Your pilot mind is like, but how is it possible to go so fast
underground?
Yeah.
Huh.
So you probably crossed or reached at least 2 stations.
Oh, okay.
And the last station, Sobak just went, okay, our next point will be in 3 hours. We will be in the proximity of where you need to go.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should slow down a little.
Yeah. Just in case.
So yeah, you rode nearly all day long. So you probably even take a moment to rest, eat some oatmeal, and maybe sleep a little, and then continue. And yeah, at the end of the day, you reach that point where the tunnels is really in a bad shape. Part of its ceiling just crumbled and fell and collapsed. So and now you saw at the horizon, the underground horizon.
Yeah.
You saw these lights.
Oh.
So you
Kind of high.
You kind of got off your mount, hide yourself and your dinosaur behind rocks,
Yeah.
and started to observe a little more. And you notice that there's probably a camp. People have made camp at the next station. So it is lucky in a way that these people did not travel and explore like
Further.
far south, because
Yeah.
they would have reached the town quite easily. It's just one big tunnel. You maybe had like a two direction at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know how to call it, but a point where
A split.
yeah, a split point or something like that. But these guys are like busy. They're on a schedule. It's like they're working, they're eating.
The hell are they doing?
And you see like these men with weapons in their hands, and they're pushing smaller person and telling them what to do and when to do it, and
Okay.
when to eat and when to shit and when to talk.
Slaves. Damn it.
But this is, I would say, they are in a long distance. You can figure out this by looking at them very for a long time. But near your position, you can see one of these embedded ladder and escape hatch that could lead upward to the surface. So what do you do?
So
if you continue, you will just meet these guys and
yeah, how many
probably fire.
how many bad guys are we talking about?
You can't count as many as 15.
I'm good. I'm good at playing Robin Hood, but this is too much. We're not equipped for that.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
we should. My mentor always told me to.
These guys,
fight smart, not
these
hard.
guys are a mix of salvagers, but you have the feeling that some are pirates.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You reckon these are Fusioneers, Brad? Or are these just general stuff?
I'll put copper, not copper, but tabs on it. Yeah. We're gonna have to make a detour. We can't do it this way.
Yeah.
So I'll put on the helmet and the mask and go for the hatch. Following the procedure.
Following the procedure.
Yeah. I'll tell Sobek the closer we can get unnoticed, the better it's going to be for everyone.
Okay. Thanks to Sobek's wise advice, I will consider him to be an asset to you to stealthily move at the surface.
Yeah.
I'd like you to make either a speed or an intellect roll based of a stealthy skill, hiding skill, something close to that.
Which I don't have, so.
So let's go with a speed roll.
I'll make a little of effort in speed.
Okay. Okay. That makes it a 2.
Which is not good. I think.
Can you tell me the result?
4.
4. Okay. Nathaniel?
Sorry, was it for both of us? Sorry, I thought it was just for Brad. Speed
Yeah, for
roll.
both of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speed roll. 19
Damn you!
19!
on the die.
As a special effect, I would propose that you correct
My
the
footing.
mistakes that Brad made.
That is absolutely what I would do.
Excellent.
So as we
So,
climb, yeah.
as you climb, you finally open a hatch that you have to open as a group since it's so
the three
heavy
of
and
us, yeah.
stuck, and yeah, you need to. It's at the point where just before opening, Sobak is like, "Rah!" and like putting all his energy into it, and you do it as well.
Sliding
You
it.
open the hatch, and on the other side is hell. It's literally hell.
Yeah.
There's a brown wind blowing particles and dust particle on you, and it goes like on your gear. It's raining rocks on you like.
Welcome to hell. Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
And you step out slowly of the hatch, helping one another. And even though the visibility is almost none, you can see big towers and lights. There's a project going on, and they have a system to light the place with huge
Spotlight.
baseball field type of light racks.
They've been
And you
busy.
can see this, yeah, and you can see cranes and bulldozers, and they are working. They are in a working order, lifting heavy object to repair, maintain this huge structure. You see the cylindrical building, where there's something atop of it, something that was not showing on the dinosaurs map. It looks like a mixture between an antenna and a freaking huge cannon.
Holy shit!
This cannon is have the same width and height as the tunnel you were in. It's huge,
Oh my god!
but you both have a sense for machine. This huge cannon will not shoot bullets or even something physical. It could be some kind of a ray or
Energy. Yeah.
energy, or even something invisible, since it looks like an antenna too. It could be something invisible.
Nate, this is bad.
you see the structure with your own eyes, and you could give me a roll to maybe understand more what it is. Because from a first look, it looked like a big, giant antenna cannon type of. But what could it do? This is challenging. It's level 5 difficulty.
I have identify machine. I'm
That's
trying,
good.
and
Good.
I'll put my nuggins to work on it. So
Effort.
effort.
Can I ask Skylord?
Sky.
Skylord. Is my decipher
I'm
skill,
Skylord.
my decipher ability applicable in this situation? I've never used it
What
before. That's
cipher
why I was
ability?
curious.
What
requires
cipher
me to-
ability?
It's one of the special abilities I think I picked up on my Explorer.
Oh, the cipher ability. I'll check. It's Explorer ability.
I
My
imagine.
guess is like deciphering must be related to secret code and cryptography.
Okay.
Decipher. You spend 1 minute examining a piece of writing or code
Right. Okay.
in a
So
language. Yeah. It's about language.
right. I'll start a check. I will definitely have a go at figuring this machine out then. I'm going to spend effort as well because I really want to know what the hell this thing is. I like to study new things.
Well, maybe wait
Okay.
for my role to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go first, Brad.
Yeah,
Do
I'll
what you
give you maybe some more information, maybe. So I'll go first, and
Go ahead.
it's all yours. Never mind. I'm just a pilot.
You may spend XP to reroll.
I don't have any more XP.
You don't have any XP. That's good. That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
That's a good situation to be in.
Yeah.
It's up to Nathaniel then.
Okay.
It's
So
all yours, boss.
I'm going to spend some
So
XP. Sorry, spend
it's
some.
a
What was
level
the-
5. You spend effort.
Yeah.
Level 4.
Okay, and you have a machine ability affinity. I would say it applies, so it's a level 3.
Yay!
I know it's it's a power. It's a
Come on! Oh my God!
It's stuck on the N19.
719.
It's stuck there.
okay. You suddenly you observe the machine, how it is built like an antenna, like a cannon, and you start wondering, well, it cannot possibly shoot something physical. It must be like an energy, but it doesn't seem like a beam weapon or a laser or something like that. So you start tinkering with your head, and suddenly you feel like a connection with this machine, a connection on the subconscious level, and suddenly you have an idea, a small idea in your head. Could this machine be about ... And then you go, oh.
Oh.
You start to have goosebumps.
Oh.
If this machine does what you think it does, that could explain even a portion of history.
Oh, fuck.
According to you, this machine is capable of nullifying the property of suspension
Oh
on
my
a large scale.
It's effectively the end of the world as we know it, Brad. If that thing goes off,
What did it do?
And
it would.
and this thing is pointed towards Central Port.
Jesus.
It would bring the sky atolls down onto the sky world below,
What?
killing everyone on the atolls and anyone that's living underneath the ground, quite possibly.
Are you joking? What do you mean? It's gonna blow it up?
Sobex people are in mortal danger if we don't stop this thing.
But what do you mean? It's going to blow up the atoll?
From what I can tell, from looking at it, and just looking at what I've seen of these, I have these, I've got books about the world below. From what I can tell, is this thing's it's not designed as a weapon as we know it. Like, show them a crossbow, to hit a person.
Yeah.
It's designed to nullify a certain element, and that element is LV.
Suspensium?
35.
LV35. I was just bringing up my notes. LV35.
So you're saying this thing shoots at the rocks and the rocks are gonna fall?
Yeah.
Oh my god. They could take over the countries. I mean, with this menace.
Let's do a list. You've uncovered that the Fusionaire are building a weapon. You uncovered that this weapon could probably take down Central Port, which is the capital of the Accords. You uncovered that it's probably the Fusionaire with the pirates who are behind this. Even more than so, the rumors about the lost atoll that ended the war, it's probably something like that who ended the war between the Accords and the Scarlet Severance like 24 years ago.
Oh.
Like 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
The atoll wasn't lost, it was
Sunk.
crashed to the earth.
The Accords are currently more or less 5 big atolls that formed like 5 houses. And if Central Port falls, well,
all hell's will break loose.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my.
So give yourself 4 XP for this huge discovery. You finally understood what ended the war, possibly. And that somebody somewhere, a faction, is trying to do that again, but with a peaceful time. In a peaceful time, yeah.
This is too much.
This is too big for the 3 of us. I mean, this is
no sky pirate should have that power. None of us should have that kind of power. Think of what you could do with that.
I mean,
in the Salvage skies, it's one of the most evil thing you have ever conceived.
I mean,
like making a city fall from the sky. It's like big. It's like unconceivable. It's so evil. Why people would like to do that? It's killing all kinds of innocent people with a snap of a button, click of a button.
Can you imagine the power they will have over the countries? They could just take Old Mill as an example and then threaten all the other countries to take power. Oh, this is bad. This is real bad.
And this is where we end our session today.
Lost in the dust of wind.
In Nathaniel's deepest, darkest reaches of his mind, an idea is sparked. Perhaps this cannon could do good, though. What if you could do the opposite? What if it's possible to turn parts of the world below into sky realms?
Yeah, imagine the stress is going to be underground. Ugh.
You could create new atolls.
Nah.
We're going to answer that question in the next episode.
Good lord.
Dun, dun, dun.